I do want to say this. Why every year I see like people are like, oh yeah, you're getting cut off in the new year, blah blah blah. Like, let's be real. If you have to cut somebody off every year, let's look at the common denominator, sweetie. It's you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Kayla Monet. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I will do another video update, life update, all that jazz. But today I came here for one thing and one thing only. I am going to tell you all about rebrand era and how I plan to make 2023 my best year yet, and how you can do the same. Well, this video is to walk away with some tangible takeaways. I'm going to cover 3 main aspects of life: inner work / self-work, your health and wellness, and lastly, relationships. It can be platonic or romantic, whatever the case it may be, take it as you will. There are 3 areas that I'm well versed in and that I can speak on, and showing how I'm working to become better in all 3 areas in my life, how you can too. Without further ado, let's get into this video. But first, before we get started, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like me. My new upload schedule is every Sunday at 5 p.m. So yeah, just come back and tune in next week and you'll see my face again. So disclaimer, I'm not like a life coach. I'm not guru, blah, blah, blah. Speaking from personal experience, and just a girl chat, you know? Grab your wine, grab your tea. I got my tea. I got this from Five Below. It's so cute. It says that's the tea. Adorable! It's so cute. Further ado, let's get into the video. I'm going to be looking down at my iPad. I love my iPad. I'm such a planner. That thing that's like, if you don't have an iPad, then your life is not together. It's so true. Like, ever since I got an iPad, my productivity has increased over 100%. It's insane. Yeah, I took notes. So let's get started. Inner work. First point that I want to get in is to find your why. What inspires you? What motivates you? For me, the reason why I chose my certain resolutions and things this year is because 2022 was such a rough year to me. For me personally, of course I had my highs of highs, but my lows were really like, God really thought I was his strongest soldier last year. Still standing, so I guess I did prove him right, but like, damn, it was never that deep. It never gave everything that I went through. Looking at it now, it truly did shape me to who I am today. So I'm so grateful for the experiences. But while I was going through it, baby, I was not fun. I do not look like what I've been through or what I'm currently going through. Let that be known. Since 2022 was such a rough year for me, that is my why into the resolutions that I'm choosing for this year and going forward into my life. For you, for example, it can be I'm lacking in my health and wellness and stuff, and I just truly want to live a healthier lifestyle. So that will be your why for your resolutions, or etc., etc. With that, the reason why people fall off on their resolutions and everything is because they don't have a why. And also, their why is for external belief and everything. It isn't for them personally. You know how people are like, oh, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds or whatever so I can look good in this dress or look good. Like, yeah, of course you feel good, but it's for external belief, rather than reframing that and being like, I am lacking in a healthy lifestyle. I want to live a healthy lifestyle, so I'm going to choose my resolution to make healthier decisions, live a healthy lifestyle. That is you're choosing your why, and it actually makes sense and is something true to your core. Why it will lessen your chances of falling off on your resolutions in the end. Next up, we have redefining resolutions. I did a little research and I looked up the definition of resolutions, and I will share that with you all here. Resolution is a noun, and it is defined as the act or process of resolving, such as A, the act of analyzing a complex notion into simpler ones, or B, the act of solving. The reason why I included the definition of resolution is because I feel that people pick resolutions as like a band-aid, like a temporary fix. So for example, back to that 30 pounds. I want to lose 30 pounds this year. Okay, why? Because I want to look good. So that's a temporary fix. This also goes into rule 1. When you choose a resolution, if you find your why, you choose a resolution, the resolution you pick is more likely to solve an issue in your life, hence the resolution definition, rather than be a temporary fix such as losing 30 pounds. Because, okay, great, you lost the 30 pounds, now what? Like, you just go back into your poor eating habits or what? You know what I'm saying? So you have to find your why, then 2, pick a resolution that is a solution to a problem or something that you feel that needs to be fixed within your life. Me personally, I believe that resolutions should be slight, not drastic, but it's all about being gentle with yourself and taking baby steps. So it should be slight lifestyle changes or tweaks, which in turn will solve a problem in your life, rather than a little band-aid issue which will hold for a couple months or whatever, then fall off. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's another way to be successful within achieving your goals or your resolutions, because we are redefining our resolutions this 2023. Next up, I have the importance of discipline. I want to preface this with saying that society today, I hear the terms manifest, lucky girl syndrome, blah, blah, blah. Let me explain. If you're not aware of lucky girl syndrome, basically it's this trend that's going on around TikTok or Twitter or whatever. And lucky girl syndrome is defined as having a mentality and just going into your day and your life of like, oh, I'm so lucky that I have the CEO job, or I'm so lucky that I have $1 million, and basically believing and being delusional enough to kind of trick your mind into like changing its mindset and having these great things and great opportunities flow in. I love the lucky girl mindset, but back to the point of discipline, nothing can come, or your results cannot come into fruition without the work behind the closed doors. And that's something I want to talk about. I feel like society today has such a lackluster, like nobody wants to work. It's just very lax, like, oh, I'm gonna manifest, I'm gonna pray on it, blah blah blah, and X, Y, and Z will happen. I believe God is amazing. He can do all things. But honey, if you want God to do whatever in your life and you're not doing none of the work, God is not about to do all that heavy lifting. You have to get up and work. You have to put in that work in order to see your dreams or whatever you're praying for or manifesting in order to come through. You have to work. So I feel like discipline is very, very, very important in order to make your goals come true. And that's also why you need to go, it goes back to rule 1, find your why. You need to check in with yourself. If you see yourself falling off in your goals, check in, do an audit, like, hey, why am I not going forward to my goals? You know, what's going on, what, you know, and just check in with yourself. And once you find out what's going on, when you have the discipline to, when you fall off, to fall back on, that's all that matters. Because personally, I fall off some of my goals sometimes, but I have enough discipline to check in with myself and see what's going on. I know this is something I want to go after. Once I check in, I have enough discipline to go in and, you know, get back on and get back on track. So discipline is so important into achieving your dreams and your goals and making them a reality 2023 and for the rest of your life. Next up, we have the importance of mindset. I am such a firm believer that mindset is so important. Mindset is everything. Mindset is your key of being. You truly do create your own reality with your mindset. And I just want to share this quote with you all that I think is very important and that you should think about. This quote says, "As a person thinks, feels, and believes, so is the condition of his or her mind, body, and circumstances." And that is from the book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. When you reframe your mindset, so many good things will happen to you. You start looking at life in such a different colored lens. I feel that society today, everybody has such a victim mentality, and I am well aware that bad things do happen to good people. I can choose to adopt a victim mentality and be like, oh, like, woe is me, life is so hard, blah, blah, blah. Like, all these bad things are happening to me. Or I can choose to reframe my mindset and be like, wow, like, this was such a great learning experience. I'm so grateful that this happened to me. Now I can be better, or now I know how to help others. Because when you change your mindset, it really does change all things. And I know from experience, when I changed my mindset, great things started happening to me, or new experiences. I met new people. You have to change your mindset. How do you change your mindset? Well, that goes into my next point. Importance of gratitude. Gratitude is the act of giving thanks. Some ways to practice gratitude that I do personally is through prayer. If you're not religious, you can do journaling, affirmations, talk. If you're not into journaling, you can do video journaling. You can do audio notes on your phone, whatever. But you have to like do the work and check in with yourself and spend time with yourself in order to succeed in other areas of your life. What I do to practice gratitude is that every morning when I wake up, I have I call it my morning moment. I love it. But I have an hour of time before I even say a word, me time. And within that hour, I journal, I pray, I read like a book, I meditate. Feel that really sets me up to go throughout the day with good intentions. I have a clear head, and it really allows me to just go into the day with my best self, or my, just being the best me as possible. I have noticed the mornings that I do not do this, that it wasn't like a bad day, but it could have been better. I feel that practicing gratitude is so important into your mind, into just becoming a better person as a whole this year. Just to wrap up that section, I just want to say that these are all my opinions. Just take from it what you will, but these are just things that I do and I practice, or I believe that will help me personally become better within the new year. Next section, we have my fave, self-care or health and wellness. Yay! If you know me, you know I am a self-care queen. First, I'm going to talk about the importance of being your own best friend. Let's talk about this, because I feel that a lot of people don't truly know their self, and it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's a journey. Once you truly become your own best friend, or like check in with yourself regularly, it will just fix all your problems. You'll find out what you like, what you don't like. It allows you to create better boundaries for relationships in your life. Just so many things fall into line once you really become your own best friend. How do I become my own best friend? There's several ways you can do that, whether it be through journaling, like I said before, going on self-care dates. For example, like a couple months ago when that movie Smile went out, I saw it, like the horror movie. Yeah, I saw that by myself. I got cute. I got some sushi. I got sushi by myself before, and then I went to the movies and I got my little popcorn on a $5 Tuesday at AMC, and I sat down and I watched Smile all by myself, and I had a ball. So much fun. Just doing things with yourself and just spending time with yourself is so much fun. You can also do like alone time, like self-care, your hair mask. I love getting home and just eating my candy, my little Raisinets, and watching Real Housewives of Potomac. I love my alone time, and I will put my phone on Do Not Disturb and scroll and laugh on TikTok and just do, I have a ball with myself. I be laughing, not like a little kiki, no, like a full on like rolling on the floor laughing by myself, because it's just funny. I love me. What I want to talk about, just being your own best friend and just figuring out what you like and what you don't like will solve so much of your issues. Next, I'm going to talk about the importance of appearance. I'm going to preface this with saying that looks do matter. And this may be problematic, but it's so true. Looks do matter. And I'm not saying for external validation, but I'm just saying yourself. Like when you spend time to put effort into your appearance, you just feel 100% better. You do. And I know from experience versus the days where I don't spend time getting ready before work and I just throw on a wig and like just run out the door. I be at work, I have a good day, but I'm like, it could have been better. Rather than the days when I'm like, okay, like let me just do my eyebrows and let me put some lashes on, or whatever the case may be. Like I'm like, dang, like I look cute today. Like let me do a little curl in my hair. I'm like, yeah, I look cute, and I had a great day at work, So I'm not saying you gotta have a bust down and full face and blah blah blah, but like actually spend time to put effort into your appearance and just try it out and see how you feel. Just make that effort. Or if you work from home, Don't be in them raggedy ass sweatpants all day. Get yourself a cute little lounge set from Fashion Nova or whatever. Like, let's elevate. Let's put some effort into our appearance this year, please. All right, next, this is my favorite point, the importance of routine. Girl, you do not have a solid morning routine and night routine and exercise routine. This is a year to get your little notepad and write that down on your resolution list to do it now. I'm so serious. Get it right now. I'm not playing with you. Routine is the core of all being. And I can do a whole separate video on routines, which I will. Comment below if you would like to see that. But you need a solid routine in order to succeed in your life, which goes back into the previous point of discipline. Without routines, nothing can happen. You are just going to be all over your plate, all over the place, all these ideas everywhere. You know, you need to have a routine. In the morning, like, make up your bed, journal, plan the day, set out what time you're going to exercise and work out. You know, like, make conscious effort to make life as streamlined as possible for you, because I feel like that's the easiest way to go after your goals. Routines streamline your life and makes it easier for you to achieve your goal. If you're just all over the place and chaotic and messy, that's on you. But I'm telling you personally that routines have worked. This year I have adopted a routine in the end of 2022, and my life and productivity has increased 100%. Also, I want to talk about, do what works for you. Do not follow these routines. Just because TikTok say that everybody gotta wake up at 5 a.m. to have a successful day, don't mean you gotta do it. If you're waking up at 5 a.m. and you don't gotta be at work until like noon, why are you up at 5 a.m.? What are you doing within those 7 hours? You don't gotta be up that early just because TikTok says it. And that's also why I feel like people fall off of these routines, is because they do things based on trends. You need to find out, and this goes back to my previous point, find out what you like and what you do not like. And it goes in all areas of your life. If you are doing a routine because social media told you to, you need to reevaluate yourself. Because I personally know I used to be a 5 a.m. girly, now I work part-time. So I don't gotta be up at 5 a.m. So I'm not going to, period. I don't care what TikTok says. Like, I'm doing what works for me. I'm gonna wake up at my little 7 a.m., do my morning routine, and go about my day. Segues into my next point. Let's get into it. Importance of exercise. Moving your body is so important. You don't need to do what everybody else does. So because Pilates blew up on social media, that does not mean you have to do Pilates all the time. Personal experience. I have tried Pilates. I have went. And I realized it's just not for me. You just have to find what works for you. You have to move your body. I personally made a commitment to move my body for a minimum of 30 minutes 3 times a week, whether that be walking, whether that be spin class. Oh my God, I got a spin bike on for fitness, so I can do Peloton at home. I love it. You have to find out what works for you, stick to it, and work your way up. You have to be gentle with yourself. Don't go in and expect yourself to start working out 5 every day in the week, because that's unrealistic. Like, let's be real. You have to be realistic with your goals. So just start small and then continue to stack on top. If you don't know where to look for, like, or you don't know what to do at the gym, just start with walking. And there's so many videos. I have learned so much from TikTok on what to do in the gym that I don't need a trainer. My workout routine and stuff off of TikTok. So if you'd like to know where to look, I can leave some of my fitness influencers down there. I really do believe everybody should make exercise a goal this year, because we are just going to be our best and healthiest self of 2023. And my last point in this section is the importance of education. I feel like people today are so wrapped up into social media that they just don't remember or like forget the importance of sitting down, closing the phone, going outside and touching some grass and read a fucking book. Like, I don't mean to be, but like, let's read a book. Like, let's read a book. Let's spend this year, let's put a goal down to read at least 10 books this year. If you have time to scroll on social media, you have time to read a book. If reading is not for you, that's fine. Get yourself a little library card and go download the Libby app and download some audiobooks from your library. Like, listen to a book, something. Like, we just gotta stop. We have to stop. Educating yourself and feeding yourself with new material is so important. I can't. And then people aren't well versed in all topics, so they just talk about the same stuff over and over again, and it's just like, Your mind is a sponge. I feel like you have to constantly, you are a lifelong learner. Like even if you finished high school or whatever, like you're a lifelong learner. Find what you like and read about it. Look it up, like watch videos about it, listen to podcasts. Like find a podcast. I love podcasts. There's so much podcasts I listen to. I'll actually leave some of my favorites down below. But yeah, rather than listening to music in the morning on the way to work, I'll listen to podcasts. Or while I'm cleaning, I'll listen to podcasts. And I learned so much. Education is so important. You're a lifelong learner. Your mind is a sponge. Feed your mind good things and learn something new. Okay. All right. So lastly, we are moving into the last topic, and that is relationships. Is platonic or romantic, take it as you will. It's just my personal advice. I am not a relationship expert or guru. I can truly say I do have a solid group of girlfriends in my life. I do have a solid relationship right now in my life. I'm just speaking from experience. The first thing we're going to talk about is the importance of boundaries. Let's get into it, okay? I am speaking from personal experience. I am naturally a very soft-spoken person, believe it or not. I used to lack boundaries, and I used to let people like walk all over me, and I was just very soft-spoken or like passive-aggressive, and I'll be like, dang, like this ain't cool. Like why are they doing this and why are they thinking this okay? Because I lack boundaries. You have to learn how to stand up for yourself, and that goes into one of my previous points of becoming your own best friend. When you do that, you realize that, hey, I don't like what this person is doing, so I'm going to stand up for myself and say and tell this person, hey, I don't think that's okay when you do that. Don't do that around me, or we're going to be done. And let that be that. You know, your boundaries are so important, whether it be in your friendships. My friends know that I'm not the girl to sit on the phone with all day long on FaceTime, because that's just not me. And I have boundaries on that. Or I literally have a boundary to like a 1 hour call max if you don't need anything serious. And that's just a boundary of mine. I just value my alone time, but I love my friends too. But I just have a boundary. I just don't like sitting on the phone that long. And it's okay. Like if you guys have a good relationship, a mutual understanding and a mutual respect, to respect each other's boundaries, and vice versa. If my friend has a boundary, they don't like to go to bars, I'm not going to invite them out to a bar. I'm going to invite them to a restaurant we can sit down and talk. So it's all about respecting your own boundaries and respecting others. You have to respect boundaries, and there has to be clear-cut boundaries, not a gray area. There has to be, boundaries are very cut and dry, and it's not gray. If you don't let it be known and let it be known out there, then people are going to cross all over your boundaries, and you're going to be mad, and who's getting hurt in the end? You are. So solve that, nip it in the bud, and just set some clear, consistent boundaries in all your relationships, and your life will be 100% much easier. Trust me. Also, if people don't respect your boundaries, or if they've been disrespecting you several times and you have to cut them off, then just cut them off. But I do want to say this. Why every year I see like people are like, oh yeah, you're getting cut off in the new year, blah blah blah. Like, let's be real. If you have to cut somebody off every year, let's look at the common denominator, sweetie. It's you. You're the issue. You're the problem. You shouldn't have to cut new people off every year. At our age now, like I'm 23, I didn't have to cut off anybody this year because I have a solid group of friends in my life that respect my boundaries and I respect theirs, and we are just all on the same page. You shouldn't have to cut people off of your big age every year or like make a major life switch, okay? So create clear-cut boundaries and your life will improve. Next point we have is the importance of communication, which goes into my last point. Like I said, was very passive or very soft-spoken, so I tended to be passive-aggressive in my relationships, platonic and romantically, and I would just be like, let that person walk all over me, until I learned that you have to stand up and speak up for yourself and watch how they will change. Do not let these people walk all over you. For example, I don't like being rushed. So my boyfriend used to always rush me when I was getting ready. I am a Taurus. I like to move very slow, steady. I hate being rushed. So one day he was rushing me and I was just like, to have a conversation. I was just like, I don't like when you rush me. Like, it just makes me feel flustered and it just makes my anxiety go. I just don't like being rushed. So now we know, whenever we go out, like he'll let me know far in advance what time he's coming to pick me up. So I have the proper amount of time to allow myself to get ready. Simple. Issue fixed. Just communicate how you feel and vice versa. If somebody communicates something to you, open. Don't be all standoffish and aggressive. Like, be open and receive it. Communicate how you feel and it will make your life 100% easier. Next, the importance of showing up. I feel that society today is so self-centered. I am so big on self-care, self-love, everything, but we do have to remember that in order to cater to these great relationships in our life, we have to show up and be a good and decent fucking human being. Like, let's be real, okay? What does showing up look like? Call your friend. I know people who post birthday posts and stuff like that, and they don't even like call the person or like text them on the side, you know, or like send them a gift. Like, we are adults. Call your friends. Talk to your friends. Plan a date. Plan a girl's day. Plan a group outing. You have to balance this. You don't always have to have people cater to you. You can cater to other people too. Now, I'm not saying like, oh, let me do, like, just simple, like, hey, I saw this place on TikTok. Send it to your friend. Are you free on X date? Would you like to go to dinner with me? There we go. You know what I'm saying? Like, things like that. You have to show up and be a good friend in order to keep these relationships into your life. And this is all about give and take, vice versa. They have to do the same to you. And if they're not doing that, then either communicate the issue or just cut them off. If they can't, after you communicated it and they can't figure it out, then cut them off. But it can't be all one-ended, like you're doing. It has to be a great balance between the two, okay? Next point, importance of autonomy. I want to spend some time on this topic because I feel that society today in these relationships, everybody is so codependent. You don't have to be codependent. It's okay to be alone and spend alone time, sweetie, okay? I used to be so codependent. Like, I used to just want to like be up under my boyfriend all day until I grew up and I realized that it's okay to have alone time. It's okay to have alone time. Okay to have alone time. You do not need to be up under your boyfriend all hours of the day. You do not need to be calling your friend and sit on the phone all day. It's okay to have alone time. Give people space. People space. Like, let somebody breathe. I just don't like that all the time. It's overwhelming. For me, I need my space. I need my space to create. I need my space to do things I like by myself. Like, give people their space to be their own person. Your relationship, platonically or romantically, it should not be core being of your personality. It should be a nice addition. I have a salad. Now I have a salad with dressing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make it your end all be all. This is my core focus of my life. No, like, spend alone time and just be your own person. Have your own friends. Do your own thing, okay? Let's practice that in 2023, people, okay? My last point that I want to make is the importance of patience. You are not perfect. I am not perfect, even though I like to think I am. You have to be patient with people. In order to foster and have great relationships in your life, you have to have a good amount of patience. Humans are not perfect beings, okay? There's just so much I want to say about this, but you have to be gentle and patient with people because you're not perfect all the time. You're not the best friend all the time. You're not the best girlfriend all the time, boyfriend, whoever. And you have to give people grace and be patient. Having good relationships in your life, platonically and romantically, I don't care what anybody says, it requires so much patience, so much extending grace and forgiveness. It truly does. And the girlfriends that I have in my life, I'd have to forgive people and they'd have to forgive me in order for us to be where we're at today. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Have to be patient. And I'm so thankful that they extended me grace from when I wasn't being the best of friends. And I'm sure they feel the same way. We have to be patient with people, okay? I just don't like when I see women or whoever giving their boyfriend 10 million chances and the second their friend can't show up to their birthday dinner, they cut them off. Like, that's not cool. And you're trash for that. You're a shitty person for that. And I'm just being real. To be patient. And I'm not saying only being patient to your boyfriend. You have to be patient to your girlfriends too. They are going through their own thing. They are going through their own struggles. You have to be patient and give people grace. I just feel like society is so mean today. Like, if just show someone a little kindness, a little grace, and tell me how that makes you feel. It will make you feel great. And I'm sure they'll appreciate it. And in the times that you need it, you'll appreciate it even more. So let's be a little kinder to everybody this year. All right, guys, so that's a wrap. that's a wrap. Those are the tips that I wanted to tell you guys, my personal things that I'm learning and still learning, and I'm going to be practicing this year. I truly do hope you all enjoyed this video. This is a new thing to my channel. Let me know how you like it. Comment down below. Let me know what your favorite takeaway is, or if you have any tips that you'd like to share, definitely share them down below. I am all ears to that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you so much. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and check in next Sunday at 5 p.m. for my next upload. Much love. You guys have a great week. Love you guys. Bye.